Well, hello, my beautiful children. Would you care for some tea? Some beautiful tea? Hey, how's it going, guys? It's White Bread. Sorry for that weird introduction right there, but today what we are going to be watching is the top 20 most worst Shark Tank pitches of all time. And it's going to be by Watch Mojo, so hell yeah. Freaking love me with some Watch Mojo.
Behold, what could be the biggest spectacle in history.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 20 worst Shark Tank pitches.
Yeah! Oh, what the hell is that?
So when you lose one, you still have a pair.
Don't call me, I'll call you. I'm out.
I think I seen that guy, the guy who did the little sock thing, who had like 3 pairs of socks. I remember that pitch.
20. Sticky note holder.
I have created a product that will keep your sticky notes in place and organized while working at your computer.
Have you ever thought to yourself, man, I really wish I had a device that could attach Post-it notes to my laptop? No, you probably haven't because, well, Post-its are already perfectly capable of sticking to things.
This example here is an example of what we're all used to seeing. There's been no change in it. There's been no solution to it until today.
It's kind of a big part of their job description. Mary Ellen Simonson, the woman pitching this wonderfully useless product, was asking the Sharks for $500,000 in funding.
Half a million? No, $500,000. Wouldn't you mean like 100K? It says 100K, seeking for 100K.
Say delusional?
Stop the madness. Are you out of your mind?
Yes.
Are you crazy?
Yes.
Who would give you $10 for that?
A lot of people. A lot of people.
Damn, I would, you know what, man? I gotta say this at the start of the video, right? I would be drenching in sweat if I had to walk in there and just, you know, show off my product. Like, what's my product gonna be? I don't know, the cliche, sell me a pencil. I wouldn't be able to do that. No. Not for me.
She had made 0 sales and didn't even have a patent on her invention, which, if you're a regular Shark Tank viewer, you'll know is a recipe for a quick rejection.
I don't think your product is worth what you're asking, but I do think you have a product there. And I think for $10 a pop on a QVC type station.
What planet did you come from?
No, let me tell you, I think you could sell it.
Like, think about it. Where you're working at, right? It's a coffee shop, right? There's not gonna be any, you know, any place to have, you know, sticky notes to be sticking at. What, are you gonna put them on the table? That's where you have your drink at, right? I do like the idea of a sticky note holder. I just don't think it'll ever go a long way. I don't think that sticky note holders would be useful for a long run. It's probably gonna be used for like what, a good 2 or 3 times, and someone's gonna have like buyer's remorse off of it, but I definitely wouldn't.
Okay, so we get that the product / company is called iBlock, but rocking sunglasses inside is rarely a good look.
I agree.
So we were already skeptical by the time entrepreneur Craig Isaachow suddenly starts yelling and took them off.
And I'm seeking $50,000 for 10% of my company because sharks, Americans are being
what the fuck? What the heck is wrong with that guy? Because sharks, America's being watched. Relax, my guy. You don't need to scream. You're indoors.
Granted, all of the concerns he raises about laptop and phone cameras are valid, and there's
They are valid. You know what? Yeah, they are valid.
Simplicity of his invention to cover your laptop camera. Unfortunately, that same simplicity also significantly diminishes the worth of the product.
There's a solution, Sharks. iBlock, the Webcam Privacy Shield.
Okay.
Worse, Isaachow himself oversells the device, coming across like a bit of an eccentric conspiracy theorist in the process.
You want to see it again? Did you catch it?
Did we catch it?
Whoa! iBlock.
And people don't like to get into business with eccentrics, especially when people can get the same results they're selling with a simple piece of tape.
Yeah, no. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. It's like, you're buying a piece of plastic that you can easily cover for what, $5 at least? Maybe? When you can easily, like the last pitch, where you just put a freaking Post-it note on your freaking camera, be like, okay, there you go. You don't need to buy a piece of plastic just to cover your camera. Whoever controls the technology, right, they can see us, right? They can even see me right now. If I want to stick out my wiener, I can do it, and they'll look at it. The value would go for out of 10.
Here's a simple fact of food marketing. If you can come up with an
frozen
alternative
desserts.
version of a popular treat that tastes great but has fewer calories, people are going to buy it like crazy. The most crucial part of that phrase, however, are the words tastes great.
We use organic stevia and monk fruit to sweeten it.
It tastes kind of, in the middle.
This low-cal substitute for ice cream has many selling points, including it being dairy-free, soy-free, gluten-free, and vegan. But as the Sharks are quick to point out, much to their dismay, because some of them seem to genuinely interested, it doesn't taste good.
What is the substance that this is made out of?
So the base is pea protein, so it's a vegetable protein base, non-GMO.
And so all its virtues become somewhat moot. It'll still sell, sure, but only to a much smaller demographic. And for that simple reason, the Sharks walked.
Damn, that's rough, man. The main part of why they're selling it and like what they have, right? It's like, it makes sense. It would be perfect to sell. But at the end of the day, because it's a dessert, if it tastes good, it's good. If it doesn't, no one's gonna want it, right? It's a dessert. It has to be sweet. If it's at least not sweet, then it won't sell, right? You can have all the non-GMO, vegan, gluten-free, right? Because it's a dessert, at the end of the day, if it's good, it'll sell.
Number 16, Squirrel Boss.
Now we know squirrels are extremely cute, and they need to eat too. But they are 5-pound gorillas, and they are hogs.
Any pitch that involves herding woodland creatures deserves a great big no, and that's exactly what this one got. Michael DeSanti markets his product as the world's first interactive squirrel-proof bird feeder. The interactive bit is what's key here.
So Mike D, just to be clear, I'm sitting in my house. Yes. I see the little squirrel eating. Yes. I think he's had too much. I zap him.
You see, the bird feeder isn't exactly
that's not good.
squirrel-proof so much as it is an opportunity for sadists to torture small, fluffy-tailed animals. Animal cruelty aside, the obvious problem here is that you'd need to be sitting around all day holding your zapper at the ready for this product to work.
But that means I have to be watching.
That's our second biggest objection that I get all of the time in public.
What's the first?
That you have to be watching.
It's too expensive, and that's why I'm here.
Unless this is a pitch exclusively for the unemployed or infirm, it didn't really make a whole lot of sense to anyone. Don't worry, no squirrels were hurt in the making of this episode, we think.
But Mike, wouldn't the animal rights people get all over this? You're electrocuting the animals.
Yeah, herding squirrels just for fun just doesn't sound fun to most people, you know? At that point, you're just killing them for sport then. I don't like the idea of that. To be physically like punishing them for, doing what they were born to do, find food and survive, right? Then it's no different than us if we were in their position, right? You can't sell a product if it advertises violence.
Track days.
We're seeking $5 million.
Whoa.
It's a lot of money. In exchange for 34% equity in our production.
Pitching a feature-length film to the Sharks seems ambitious to begin with, but when it sounds as bad as this, the creators are bound to get eaten alive.
So boys, you want $5 million to make a movie.
I know how you feel that, you think that filmmaking is a crapshoot, which we completely understand.
Making up the pitch team are a former stuntman, a writer, and a producer. When they make their pitch, they have no script, no actors, and no financial backing.
That's rough. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't be saying I want $5 million without any sort of, backing. First of all, before you do anything, you need a script, right? You need a script to at least have an idea of what this movie is about. You're basically starting from scratch. You can't start from scratch. You can't start from scratch with $5 million, with asking for $5 million. You can't do that. And you probably don't even have the cameras, the setup. You don't have anything. You don't have anything. So you can't go and ask for $5 million.
Number 11, Chimera Bodyboard.
Honestly, we didn't even need to hear a pitch to be sold on this electric watercraft. A still image with a description would have been enough. So how did such a promising product sink so hard? Well,
this actually looks pretty neat. I kind of like the look of it.
The more they heard about inventor Jason Woods, the more obvious it became as to why the Chimera board wasn't already a success story.
Chimera's unique heads-up riding position gives you all the thrill and excitement of a conventional full-size watercraft,
right,
at a much safer speed.
He had no sales history and had apparently been at it for 10 years. Rarely has such a compelling product received a worse pitch. Thankfully, Woods went out and found himself a more business-minded partner. And
that actually looks pretty cool.
Chimera Board returned seeking redemption. Sure enough, Woods and partner Adam Majewski walked away with a deal.
That looked really cool. It's basically like you lay on it and it's like an automated drive. I'm glad that they made a redemption. Anyways, we'll continue this we'll continue this video tomorrow. If you guys enjoyed, please make sure to like and subscribe. Hope you guys are doing great. I know I am. And as always, peace. Adios.